Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Let's get this mic pointed in the right direction. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Well, guys, welcome to our first, what's technically the second Chasm's Call live stream. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff today. We're at the end of our first week on the challenge. If you guys are just joining us for the challenge, it's not too late. For those of you who hadn't started your art yet, it's not too late. It's all good. We hadn't started our art yet either. So we're chilling. Actually, no, we're not chilling. No, we are chilling, guys. At the end of the day, we're chilling. All right. No need to be stressed. No need to be racing from left to right. We're here. We're hanging out for the next couple hours, and we're working on our Chasm's Call art together. So let's talk about what we're gonna do today. So right now, what the plan is, I thought it would be cool if there was an intro title sequence to the top 100 montage. And I thought it would be really fun to do that with Fabricio, because we've always wanted to like work together and like do a little collaboration. I thought this was the perfect example or the perfect reason to collaborate. So we're tackling this intro title sequence together, and what we're going to be doing is taking some storyboards and turning them into animatics using Unreal Engine or whatever program you guys want to use at home. And that will be our guiding light for what we're going to be creating, myself and Fabricio, throughout the next 3 weeks or so, because we're going to try and get it on the deadline with you as well. So without further ado, let's say what's up to Fabricio. I see y'all in chat. We'll oh, Mish is there. We got visual. We got Sensei Steve. Let's hit up Fabricio. Fabricio, what's up?
Hey guys. Hey Clinton. How are you?
Good, man. I'm chilling. Yeah, I got my tea.
Awesome.
How are you doing?
I'm good. And just to say, thank you so much for the invite. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for having me. This will be a blast. I was wishing to do this for a very long time. So yeah, thank you for allowing me to do that.
Oh yeah, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Days. Not in Brazil, but
soon, right? Later?
Yeah, Brazil in June.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So over the last week, me and Fabricio have been just chatting about story, like what do we want to do for this intro title sequence. And Zach, first one, huh? Welcome. We also got a super chat. We got a card draw. Fabricio, I didn't tell you about these card draws.
Yeah.
Have you played hacky sack, Fabricio? Have you ever played hacky sack before?
No.
Okay, well, today might be the first day you
play
hacky sack.
No way.
Oh man. All right, look, let's call in. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do a little intro here, and then I got you on that hacky sack. Don't let me forget. All right. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that. And to everyone who does want to super chat, we got a little card draw between like working out, playing hacky sack, sitting down, standing up, stretching. Fabricio, I hope you join me on these workouts if we get a workout card.
Wow. I'll try. I don't have enough room.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, man, we've been chatting story and stuff and trying to figure out what do we want to do for this intro title sequence. And we had a bunch of fun ideas, and we basically I storyboarded some stuff. Fabricio did some animatics already, and we're gonna kind of go through that and show you guys what we got, with the goal by the end of the stream having a final animatic for the intro title sequence that will be our guiding light throughout the rest of these 3 weeks. Yeah. What's up, everybody? I also want to mention too about the rules and stuff of the challenge. I know the first week is like people are trying to get their bearings and figure out like what is okay, what's not okay, all that stuff. So I want to touch on that as well. Jim writes with the card draw, we got to sit down or stand up immediately. Thank you, brother. I'm gonna do that. I am gonna do that right now.
Should I do this as well?
if you're set up for it, you don't have to. Like if we're just gonna be looking at your chest for the rest of the stream, you know, no worries.
Yeah.
Oh man. Thank you, Jim. Happy Valentine's Day to you. All right. So, Fabricio, do we want to get into like just clarifying the rules a little bit of the challenge so everyone's on the same page first, and then we'll hop into our stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, let's see here. All right, guys. Let's switch on over. So we'll get into these storyboards in a sec. But I want to talk about the rules. Because some of y'all are like confused on what to do with this foreground shelf. We'll just go through them briefly. So your submission has to follow the provided template. What is the template? The do not touch folder. It's titled template in it should be titled template in most of them. In Unreal it looks like it's not. But the do not touch folder is like the camera is locked. You guys can't change the camera. Like the camera is unifying all of these renders together. And what else do we have here? We also have what part of the template? So these are examples and idea starters. You'll notice that the foreground shelf is not in examples. It's foreground shelf. It says replace me. So the idea is to keep this foreground shelf in your render and include its shape in your render. And I'll give you some examples of that here in a second. Everything else in this example starter, idea starters folder is just to get you thinking differently about what scene you might want to do, right? So these need to be toggled in visible if you're in Unreal. Right, so we have like a landscape. Some people might do a landscape. You have a character. You just need to put the character anywhere on the foreground shelf, right? So they don't have to be there. They can start on the shelf and dive in. You know, there's lots of FAQs for this. We did a whole live stream last week going over the challenge rules and all this, but I specifically want to talk about this foreground shelf and the idea of visual weight, all right? Because you need to maintain its visual weight throughout your submission, right? Removing the foreground shelf is not allowed. You need to have something here so that all of the idea is that all of the renders have something here and they have the same camera move. They're looking down into something, right? Let's turn on the sphere. Yeah, that could be anything, you know, planet, whatever. But let me give you an example of visual weight. So we have, this is Infinite Journeys. This is our travel montage, top 100 of the travel montage, okay? Now, the template, you'll notice there's a window in all of these, right? But the window is not the same shape across all the renders. They change shape, but generally, they're the same size on the screen. That's the visual weight. It takes up the same screen space, roughly, across these renders, right? So that's what we're trying to do with our foreground shelf. So this was the template. This is what people got. And it's like, oh, how much can I stray from the window size? Well, I mean, quite a bit. People are obviously, these are different shapes and sizes, but it's included, and it's not like the window's super tiny or massive. But all of these have that window roughly the same size in their render. So that's the idea with the foreground shelf, guys. You need to maintain its visual weight and include it in your render. We did it also with like Infinite Journeys. We had a sphere in the background. That's not the one I'm talking about. Nope, not parallel dimensions. God dang it, what's the sideways one? Alternate realities. There was a sphere up here. Look how the sphere is incorporated across all of these. Are they changing shape? Yes. But is their overall vibe maintained? Yes. Right? This person decided to do that. Super cool. Right? But it's included in all of these renders. They didn't remove it. Everyone's doing it in their own unique way. It doesn't have to be exact, but it needs to be there. It needs to fill that space. So that's what we're talking about with that foreground shelf. I know some of you are like removing it or just changing its shape like way beyond what it is. Like when you watch all of these renders together, you want to be able to see, oh yeah, they all had like, they're all building on the same template. That's the idea, guys. That's the idea. Fabricio, did you want to touch any on that at all, or did I cover everything? How do you feel?
Yeah, no, I think you are clear enough.
All right, enough said. Sweet. All right, man. So let's get into these storyboards, Fabricio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hacky sack. Thank you, Sotomonte. Let me get my shoes. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, Fabricio. All right, here we go.
I will just pretend that I'm doing this as well.
All right, you got to keep count. Got my Camp MoGraph hacky sack here. You know, autofocus. There we go. There. All right, I'm gonna try. We got 40 last time. Let's see if we can't get more than that. 8, 10. $20. 27. Another day. All right. Thank you, my friend who got my butt up doing some hacky sack. Appreciate that. All right. Now let's get into these storyboards. Alrighty. Okay. So this is my side of things. Basically what we did, like I said, me and Fabricio, we chatted about what kind of story we want to tell with this intro title sequence. We don't want it to just be a bunch of shots randomly. We want it to have a story to it. So Fabricio, do you want to actually talk about what the story is? And I'll kind of show the different little drawings that kind of go with it as you're narrating.
Yeah, I can start saying how the idea started.
Yeah.
Because we were inspired by thriller movies like The Mist, The Witch, things like that, like Stalker.
Yeah.
A bunch of movies. We want to make something more grounded. And the idea was this guy, actually the idea fluctuates to different approaches, but the last one is this guy is going somewhere that we don't know exactly what it is, and we have some extensions, like the idea would be this chasm just drags everything around, destroying everything. But the idea when I tell is the guy is going there. We don't know what he's doing, where he's going. And as soon as he stops on the edge of the chasm, he keeps looking at it, overwhelmed, and he starts to levitate. And everything inside the chasm is levitating as well, like would be another dimension inside, like a portal. And everything that was destroyed around was kept there, floating it. And he goes dragged by this force until the middle of the chasm, and he just disappears. He vanishes, like he was sucked. His energy was sucked inside the chasm, but his clothes is floating around. He just disappeared. The clothes stay there. The idea was like we thought about the game Inside, that little boy is going somewhere. We don't know what it is. In the beginning, we think that he's escaping from something, but actually he's going to his goal, to his objective. He's like the guy is answering his call, the chasm's call. So that's basically our main idea.
Yeah. So Folio, when he was making the puzzle, for those of you who don't know, we launched like a little teaser about a week and a half before the actual launch date last week. And Folio put together this like 10-stage puzzle that if you solved it, if you clicked around the countdown, like the teaser page, and you would eventually find this puzzle, and when you solve it, it came up with like what the challenge name was. It revealed the name. And during the puzzle, he started writing all this lore about what the chasm would be, and we were kind of going for like a Cthulhu vibe, where and also another one too was what is it? This hole is perfect for me or something like that. It's the Junji Ito short story about like people have this overwhelming urge to nestle themselves in these body-shaped holes in the side of a mountain, and then over like the course of I don't know however long, they get sucked into the mountain and come out the other end like all twisted and crazy. So he kind of started like coming up with this lore for this chasm, that like all these people were called to this chasm and they went missing. And we kind of worked it into the lore where it was like all the people who joined the challenges, right, went missing each time, you know. And so that's kind of like a little bit of the inspiration as well, as coming from Folio's lore. So we wanted to kind of make something that felt like it fit within the themes of all that. So we have these thumbnails. I know we're going to be turning these into animatics on stream today, and then getting to a point where we have our intro title sequence in animatic form for timing and everything. Fabricio, I know you have some animatics you already did. Do you want to share those with everybody? I've never seen them as well, so I'd love to see them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So the main idea was this guy was in the woods, was in a different environment, and then he discovers a facility where the chasm was held and was later destroyed. So basically, this guy walking to the woods until discover the rest of the facility. Like you have the review shots of the character, you getting in the facility, you start seeing some debris, and you all see everything destroyed, but you don't know why. And you see something floating, something's wrong, and this guy just gets closer to the chasm and reveal the chasm with everything floating inside. And in the middle of this animation, he will be dragged, floating on top of it, and they just so 30 seconds.
Yeah, so we're basically gonna like have some form of like some version between this and my storyboards, and the idea is to have everything in animatic form so we can kind of edit it at the end of the stream, and you know, yeah, edit the montage or edit the intro together. So
yeah,
where do we want to start here? Like, it looks like you have your shots animated already. As far as my storyboards, how do we want to split this up? What shots do you feel comfortable taking? What shots do you actually feel like excited about setting up?
I really like the idea of, because in my version, I left the floating situation by the very end, and before that was just revealing the environment, revealing the set, mm-hmm. Right? Setting up where he is. And I wasn't sure if this would tell too much, or it was long enough, or is a lot of nothing happening.
Sure.
And I thought in your storyboard you start flowing it like I thought maybe the first one, like this one here, with the very close up of his eyes, could be the revelation of the character, like this, but no forest. He can be already inside the facility. So starting this way, and then you see his expression looking at it. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And then we cut to his feet here.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure about this shot, the far view, the profile view of him floating it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if it would be redundant. But maybe in this shot, we could, let me try. Let me try to block out. Not showing the chasm. We
Yeah,
could kind of
exactly.
do this, and the guy is like this, and you see everything destroyed in the back.
Mhm.
But his guy just floating it, not showing the chasm. And then we could go. I love this shot, by the way. Going underneath the inside the chasm here.
Yeah.
Maybe not too far because it's too big, and maybe we won't see the guy if it is. Oh, or maybe it is. And also, a cloudy sky will help a lot because we won't have much information inside, so you have a very nice silhouette of him floating it.
Yeah.
And also, we start revealing things floating here. Like
Yep.
at the beginning, we don't see anything, but all of a sudden, things starting going in front of the shot.
Yeah.
And
then the full reveal.
Yeah, and the full reveal would be, well, just suggestion, this aerial view. But in my idea, he would start floating halfway of the shot. So here, he already be in the middle. He's already there floating.
Yeah.
So we don't need to show this again. And the camera closes, of course, maybe he wouldn't go too far. Maybe here. But because it is nice to have him well framed by the end of the shot, so we can match with the template and make the continuity with the other submissions.
Yep. Yeah, the final shot is the template shot with the full reveal of like what's happening, and then he gets sucked in, right?
Yeah, and a little, maybe 3 seconds before it finished, he just goes.
Yeah.
This and his clothes continue floating according to the camera.
Yes. And then we see like other people's clothes inside as well.
Yeah.
And like the idea is that like the facility that was built around this hole caved in like a sinkhole, and all the whole facility is like floating inside. So like there'd be what would that even look like? What's the reference for that? Oh my god. I guess isn't Stranger Things?
You had a very good reference there, destruction stuff, because it is hard to imagine something like that, like an implosion.
Yeah.
But I think the aftermath would be kind of the same, right? Everything is destroyed around, so.
Yeah, it could be like floating islands. Because like I know in Stranger Things, like what's that Vecman or Vector or whatever his name was, his like house was in the nowhere floating space area, the red floating space area, and it was just like a piece of land with like an abandoned house on it that was like floating. We could maybe do that. I'm imagining like cranes, like huge industrial cranes that like start on the shelf and then twist down inside, and like all of the like electrical cables look like the bottom picture, where it's just like underwater, almost underwater seaweed, kind of a thing.
Yeah, this shot here in the storyboard, the side one here, I think this would be a very good shot to establish the environment, because we can cut everything I made here before that. Everything I think it is useless to tell the story. But so we have
useless is that's a harsh word, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, for the story's sake, right? Because these shots were meant to establish the environment, not to tell the story, just to make people hooked or curious about what is going to happen. That was the idea of these shots, not to actually tell the story. The story will be basically the very end. But I of course, we can use all this room here to establish the shot, establish the environment in one frame like this. So I was telling before, making a shot, maybe he's a little higher, but not showing the chasm, and everything's destroyed in the back, and we can make things floating, going out of the chasm as well. Like, do you remember that Stranging that you have that very long black streams all
Yeah.
around
Yes.
to the sky.
Yes.
Maybe something like that, but with debris or maybe water floating up, and
Yeah.
you see just destroyed buildings in the back.
So
The
like the
forest,
shot.
maybe we can add forest as well.
Yeah, yeah.
In the very further away.
I think the goal is to like tease the pit, to tease that in every shot, and then the full reveal is at the end. So like the shot of him hovering and flying over is more like something in story wise, right?
Yeah.
If this shot is telling the information that he's starting to float, you're like, oh snap, okay, he's starting to float. Then what? Then it's, oh, he's floating over some sort of abyss, but I don't know how deep it is. And then this is like, okay, it looks really deep, but I'm not getting a full glance at it, kind of a thing. And this is the water. This is really hard to see, but like this is the water pipe. Like you're talking about the water flowing upwards. Everything is flowing upwards, kind of like moving up into a single point, which is the character.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, the full reveal where they go crazy and get sucked in. But I think we're missing something before this moment. We're missing something before, like, where is the character and who is the character? I think those two things we can use, we would need those. And how does the character feel about all of this too? That's the final thing. So I think there's some shots in here that we could include to supplement the story shots, and maybe there's a world where we combine these two shots into one, or we combine these two shots into one, you know.
Well,
then, yeah,
the side shot, I think, is a nice opportunity to showcase the environment.
Okay, cool.
And the bottom shots could be to give you the idea that there is a huge abyss over there. People will start to realize what is going on in this shot. So I don't believe that we could. Of course, we can merge it, but I don't know. I think it's very nice, these shots. I really liked it, and maybe I can sketch here. I will start sketching something here, so we can really evaluate if it's worth keeping it separate or not. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it sounds good. I agree with what you're saying about this being a reveal of the landscape, a nice reveal of the landscape, and then this being like teasing the pit, but not showing it outright.
Yeah, and we start to see that things going on inside there, because you start seeing things in there, maybe other cloths as well.
Yes,
as I mentioned before, in this shot you already see, but you don't exactly need to understand to recognize what object it is.
Exactly.
You see something moving, because I was thinking in the beginning, maybe a light coming from the pit.
Yeah.
But this being pitch black and just showing silhouettes would be so much cooler. So much cool. So I'm reusing this one to establish the character. I will just copy it and start making new. I will just get rid of this light. Starting animate the camera. Actually, this let's see. And I also really like the close-up of his feet.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a better way to show, because I'm also trying to keep it within like a certain scale too, like, you know, going for close-ups as opposed to insane wides where we have to fill so much stuff out, because we only have so much time.
Yeah, maybe not a very shallow depth of field.
Yeah. Like the rocks and stuff all floating. You're like, oh snap, what's going on? And like you could have water droplets here too, you know, like you can have like the globby little water
maybe
droplets coming up.
more in the edge, right? This maybe. Yeah,
Like
you
if
see something, or may well. What do you think? Because if the idea was not revealing the pitch very soon, this kind of does that, right? Or maybe if I put even closer to the ground. Let's try this here. Very subtle. Yeah, almost leveled with the ground.
yeah.
No. No, he's floating alright. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, let's delete this animation.
Oh, it's got that toe bend. Okay, nice.
Oh, okay. Whatever. I will position him again. Just struggling a little bit with keyframes here. Where he went.
I love to see you struggle with keyframes, Fabricio. It's humbling.
This is all part of the work, right? He came right back to the beginning, right in the beginning of the forest. And I would love to someone tell me how to get away with this very annoying stuff. Like I was in the camera and the viewport keeps the same FOV of the camera. I can just fix that if I click at the camera and click about it again, and then I go back to the normal FOV. I never found a solution for that, and I remember that in 5.2 this issue wasn't present.
Can you replicate the problem?
I will try. If I go here, like, yeah, I just did.
What buttons are you hitting?
I'm Shift C. Now it worked. Yeah, if I want to show something, things won't work. So if I wanted to show a problem, the problem won't appear. Only when I need most.
Yeah, man.
Showed up. So yeah, I'm back here. And one thing that I like to do is always keeping the characters spawnable for each shot. So it is not reference to the level that they are. So it is dependent to the shot.
Oh, sick.
So
okay, so you do the character as
spawnable. Yeah. So this is a tip for everyone that it is very helpful, leaving these kind of things spawnable. Also, the camera is spawnable. I used to leave a lot of cameras in my environment. For each shot, what's this camera? If I don't name it correctly, I will get lost pretty easily.
Yeah.
So I started using the most thing possible as spawnable, lights, stuff like that. Lights that will be only for that specific shot.
And you want to show people how to make it spawnable?
And hold this action a little bit longer, right? Like,
almost like everything's in slow motion.
Yeah. And I will put a rock placeholder here. The box. We don't need this light.
You have bounce light?
Okay.
Or
where is the? Yeah, maybe it would be best if I split the screen. And this one on top will be my camera. Okay. Here's the rock. Yeah. Oh, real time on. I want everything real time.
Always.
There's no reason using Unreal if not in real time. So yeah, maybe we can drag this here, make a keyframe. Okay. Whee! Maybe a little more to the frame. It can be something smaller, right?
Yeah, like little pebbles, like drops of water and stuff.
It might be a little too fast and just stopping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, maybe there can be. Oops. there can be something in the foreground as well.
Yeah, some pebbles in the foreground for sure. Or like
Because it will be
chips of tile or something, like chipped tile, or I mean, if we, depending on how intense we want to go, like there's like weeds on the ground, and like little droplets of water that have collected on the tips of the grass start to float up or something. It could be
super
many
detailed.
things. It could be many things.
Yeah, maybe way smaller.
Yeah.
Very you can see just a blur moving, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I keep getting off the camera on the top. Let me go back.
Like you're in like a little like start to enter an asteroid field.
Yeah, like this.
Perfect.
Let's animate it. Linear, okay. Yeah, I really enjoy this shot. I think it would be great for starting to make everything looking mysterious.
Yeah.
And of course, the best tip of all is saving all the time. And I didn't do this for a while. So yeah, saving the scene, and I will build make a new one here, like the main sequence. I will delete all this.
Oh, someone had a good idea. Tug PSX says something out of place, like a military dog tag or something, like a storytelling device or some storytelling world building object that we could place in there. And I think that's always a good idea for sure. Trying to work that stuff in.
Nice. Yeah, we can try that.
Okay, so we got the foot shot, right? We got that. That looks great. How are you piecing together these animatics? What are you doing down there? Like, how are you getting these clips in, like an editor like that?
Yeah, so I created a level sequence.
A level sequence.
And you can, you create a level sequence, and you can just click and drag and place one here. You can put a level sequence inside another level sequence countless times. So,
okay, sweet, good to know.
Yeah, I think it's the best way to edit before going to another thing. And
that's incredible.
As soon as it is inside here, because you have the in and out tag here.
Yeah.
You also leave it here, and let's say that you want it more.
Yeah.
But it shows where it is cut on the main level sequence.
Oh, it won't
like
slide
this,
it. Yeah.
Like this big, like this. Yeah, you can't slide from here.
Yeah.
You just slide from here, and you start to see where is the tag inside the other level sequence is.
I see.
So if you want to extend the shot, you just drag in there and come here, and it will snap here. Yeah.
So literally, instead of storyboarding, you just animate your ideas here.
Yeah, because I don't draw. Yeah. I really don't draw. I struggle with this a lot, and having a animatable mannequin with the rigged stuff like that, I think it is so helpful. And you can, in Unreal, you can actually in any software, right? You have the 3D camera. You can start blocking out, testing different angles, studying the angles. I think it is a big advantage in Unreal that you can do this, use lighting the scene as well.
Yeah.
And it is very helpful. And nowadays I just skip some steps, because usually we finish the animatic and start animating it, and then we start to make the look development of the scene. Now I kind of do everything at once, and it is so much easier this way, because I can plan the shots and also plan the lighting as well. At least the main lighting.
Yeah.
We can refine the lighting later, maybe adding some details, some other elements, but at the main light you can sketch the main lights pretty early on, and this helps a lot with the shot planning as well.
We
I
got
thought,
just want to shout
can
out
I
Christian
delete
in
this?
chat. What up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. So we got the floating shot. Let's go back to the storyboards and see what else we want to do. What else we need to supplement.
I was thinking in sketching these shots next.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
And after that, we can play the whole animation. And, wow, this shot doesn't work. Then we can change it, and we can go. Maybe if you extend this one,
Yeah.
Switch position and stuff like that. Well, these lights don't want to be deleted, so I just leave that. I will respect his feelings. I will go to the next one. So let's put the camera back here. No, not here. Yeah, sometimes it's easier just to duplicate the level sequence, and I just keep messing with it after that.
Yeah, okay.
So the first thing I like to do is place the camera where I want. Let's control the camera, let's grab the camera. And maybe it can be a very wide lens, right?
Yeah.
Right now I have a 80, let's put it 24, stuff like that. A lot of perspective. And you see some ground. Is it aligned? A little rotated. Oh no. Okay. No.
Hey, anyone
I just
in
want to
chat
make it straight.
right now who's working on their scenes? Let me get a little thumbs up. Let me see how many people are working alongside us today.
Very close to the ground. So 0 degree. Okay. So this guy, where this guy could be? It could be here.
Heck yeah, we got some people working. I love to see it. We got MDK working. Folio's working. Yeah. That's what's up.
I will pose him a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of let me see if I can show you a little pose or something. Let me know what you think about this, Fabricio.
Sure.
Like maybe like something like this. Where it's like kinda like this a little bit, you know, the arms are back and like both legs kinda
And yeah, the arms stretched, right?
Yeah. Like they're getting pulled from the hips, basically.
Yeah. Nice. Wow. Did you see that?
Oh my god. The substance.
Well, I will simply ignore it.
You can have a chicken drumstick come out of that.
I think I don't want to even know what it is. What is happening with his
No, it's
shoulder.
cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah. Cursed. The best explanation of almost everything, right? You can justify it. Why this file is not working? It's cursed. Yeah. Yeah, might be very interesting because you see him small and having a steady camera.
Yeah.
And you can maybe add some environmental fog back there just to clean up his surroundings a little bit. You can see what is in the back, but the fog, stuff like that, can kind of draw his silhouette a little more.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
Maybe there's something missing. I think.
So I think, like, for me, the story in this shot is that they're being pulled over a pit, but you don't know how deep it is. So I think seeing the pit a little bit would be helpful. Like, I want it to be like they're walking the plank and now they're floating over an abyss, but we don't know how deep it is. So like, yeah, or even moving the camera forward. So like, yeah, something like that where it's like, oh snap.
Maybe having a little of the curvature showing up in the bottom, so we can see it is, because maybe otherwise you won't see that there's a round.
Perfect. And then we can have some floating, like larger floating chunks inside. I think like it would be fun.
Yeah, he's animated already, so just delete the image. So he's here, and at the very end, continues moving. Oh, just
guys, we got Steve Began in the chat. Sensei Steve offering some Unreal help. If you guys have any questions, he's there for you. Thank you, Sensei Steve, as always. Good to see you, man. Good to hear from you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you doing that, man. Super helpful. Ooh, that looks awesome.
Let's see the sequence. Where's the sequence?
Wait, how'd you get those grid lines? How'd you get those guides?
Oh yeah, if you select this cinematic viewport, you have access to this composition.
Oh, sick.
So also letterbox if you need some.
Oh.
The safe frames.
Sick. Okay.
Crosshair, different kind of. So I use this all the time. It's perfect for this kind of thing. Okay, and while I save this sequencer, I will go back to my main sequence and let's drag this shot here.
Can we add some floating stuff inside?
Yeah, of course. I would just like to check the sequence. For now, all scenes are at the same length.
I see.
Of course, you can adjust it later.
Oh, that's sick. Dude, that's sick.
Yeah. So go again. I think this would be a nice idea of having things starting flowing it.
Yeah.
And you see there's something in there, and he's floating on top of a very empty space. But yeah, it is nice not to know what it is. Yeah, we have. Let me see. So we have this. This whole sequence here is 30 seconds.
Okay.
So we have this room here to make another one. Do you wanna to merge some of these scenes, right? Do you wanna try this one here before thinking about merging anything?
Yeah.
Okay, you can try it.
We may not need to merge, because like I think the goal is to do as much with as little as possible. And like, yes, we have to tell the story, but knowing where the character is in the environment is important too. So I would agree with you that this shot does help show the environment, and then the other shot will tease how deep it is. We don't know the true answer until the final shot.
Yeah, this hole is really big. I can't even see the light source.
Yeah, it's cool.
I try to find it. Oh, wow, it's so small. I will just, buy light. And also here's the so persistent. Oh, it is because he is vulnerable, maybe. Yeah, I will delete from the sequence as well. Okay, so where's the camera now? Camera. Okay, it's here. Down, go to the hole.
Tug is asking, how does the character feel about this? And we were going back and forth about it, and we're writing this very fine line where we don't what we don't want it to be is a dude like committing suicide, basically. We don't want it to be that.
Yeah.
So what did we come up with, Fabricio? Was it like he's not doing it willingly, but he's being pulled against his will? Is that the idea?
Well, we went to this direction of him being forced to go to the pit. But I remember we discussing about him being called, like he has the urge to go there.
Yeah.
We didn't think about exactly if he's mind controlled or something. But yeah, because we kept thinking about the title of the challenge, right? It's the call.
Yeah.
He's going for the pit is calling him.
Yeah, he came to the pit willingly is what we came up with. And then once he gets there, it's like kind of on the pit.
And yeah, and also I believe the first shot where we show the character face, it would be very important to tell the story, to show what is his feeling, because if it is showing that if he has a sad face, everybody will think he's depressed and want to commit suicide. But if he's kind of overwhelmed and maybe shocked with his discovery, because we also thought about he's going to somewhere, he had the urge to go there, but he doesn't know what is there.
Yeah, there's a mystery for him.
Yeah. So yeah, we will find a solution for that, right? We're still trying to solve some small things in this story, but
hey, Fabricio, Giancarlo had a good idea. He said, here, if you look at my display here, he said, what if you had the eye shot? Dang it, I'm trying to get my controls after the floating. So it's like this, you know, where you get picked up and then it's like the eyes like like looking all around, you know, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it could work because he's started floating it, but at the same time he's rolling a little to the front, and you can show his face looking down when he's floating it.
Oh, it could be like
then we would think we have to think in a different first shot, because showing him in the beginning, like showing his expression, his reaction to the chasm,
yeah,
and then show again, kind of be a little repetitive. So the way I see it, we should show it in the beginning or in the middle.
yeah, I see.
But it's a nice idea, of course.
I wonder, like, hovering over or something, like, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I think in something this big,
that's really cool looking.
And I'll start blocking some stuff floating it.
Yeah.
Looking at your reference, it would be great just having very different sizes of stuff, like the truck floating inside the hole.
Yeah.
Or pieces of walls.
Yeah,
debris,
exactly.
Big debris, small debris.
Like the corner of a building.
A
crane. Like, I'm just excited to figure out what to put down here, you know? Shipping containers. I think definitely teasing the clothes. This will be our first shot where maybe we can tease some clothes and stuff.
Yeah. Here is the... Oops. Here, maybe. Maybe, because if things are going this way, maybe it would be more interesting if follows the curvature of the whole.
Yeah, that
So,
or like it could be going like this, like funneling upward toward him, kind of a thing, like moving like this, going up a little bit or something, or a mix, like a spiral, like a swirl going up.
yeah, a spiral would be nice because in the previous shot will justify things coming out from the abyss
Yeah.
like this. Yeah, it could be a spiral, definitely. Yeah, much better without the light. You see all these silhouettes. And I will keyframe the last one.
And we can cheat it too, you know? You can have the lights in the shots where you
Oh,
need
yeah.
it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For example, the guy position on top of the pit must change in every shot, otherwise we won't frame it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, that's part of the illusion.
Gotta cheat it.
Didn't include it here. I'll paste this, make this guy spawnable. And move to the beginning, rotating it until the frame. And now we can make it it's not perfect, but yeah, it's too fast.
Yeah, like a tenth of the speed.
Yeah. Yeah, just to be careful, not covering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it needs to be like
yeah,
way slower.
Yeah, I won't try to make a perfect animation here, just to give the idea. And of course, later on, we can try making a particle system inside.
Yeah.
So we can control a lot of different objects at the same time.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe.
You even slower?
And yeah, sure. Well, I will just place this frame here. That's it. Oops. I will make it smaller. What's happening?
Again, I love to see you running into little bugs, little troubleshooting moments, because
yeah,
we always see the end product, you know, like we always see your end product. That's so cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it happens all the time. I remembered, I don't remember the exact tutorial was, but there was some time ago that it was a time lapse. It was a time lapse, and he mentioned, well, people keep thinking on how fast I am sculpting stuff, and he showed the actual video,
yeah,
the real-time video. It was so slow, so meticulous, each movement. And yeah, if I show this, everybody will get bored. So yeah, that's part of it. I just sometimes I spend the whole day doing only one stuff.
Yeah.
Just going back and forth and going back to this keyframe and go to the curve editor and well, let's drag this one just a little bit here more and make the curve different, stuff like that. Yeah, it's back and forth. Sometimes can get tedious, but yeah, it's nice having the big picture.
So can we add like a couple more, like maybe a tube or something like higher up and like
Yeah.
something in place for clothing, just so we know for story that we want to put some clothing in there.
Sure. Yeah, the cloth can go very close to the camera, maybe, right? Some piece of it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe I will do something a little different. I think it would be easier to animate. I will create an actor. Just place in the center.
Ooh, and do a little spiral.
Yeah. And I will animate that instead. Just need to find the, the position because it is on the other universe right now. Okay, just copy the center of this. And it's so small. Need to see it. Yeah. Okay, and this guy here, I will just delete this animation for now. And I will, let's see, let's drag this in the sequencer.
Yeah, how do you nest things? Because I always get like mixed up
Yeah.
with nesting.
Yeah, there is a few ways to do so. You can simply, let's go over here, just place here.
Yeah.
But if you are using a spawnable object, this might, when you close the sequence and open again, sometimes it's mess it up.
Yeah.
So the other way, like this, for example, so the other way would be, I can detach here, and we'll, oh, actually it is already here. You can just click here and attach to the actor.
Yeah.
And you have a timeline, time frame here. It is attached. But when you attach things, the orientation will change.
Yeah.
So every time the position will change. So it is best if you attach first and then position after. If you go miles away from the parent, you just reset the position, and it will be at the same position of the main one.
Okay, that's what always threw me for a loop, was like, yes, when I would attach it, it would send it always away. Like, why?
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Unreal
other,
bug.
yeah, it actually, it is not a bug. It is was meant to be, because I have this issue in other softwares as well. If you sometimes want to attach some things get another orientation. A new trick that I do sometimes to avoid that is, let's say this guy, I will duplicate this. Oops, sorry. I will duplicate this guy here.
Yeah.
And instead of attaching, you can use constraints. So what is this here? Is this guy? No. Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't place on the sequencer. So yeah, I will detach this guy, detach. And now he's loose. This other one is okay. And the other one I just missed. Yeah, I will detach again. Actually, I will, just in case, to copy the position so I can, because he'll get lost. Detach it. Okay, got lost. And then paste the position. It should work, but of course it didn't. Where is this guy? Okay, he's here. So let's say that you position this guy where you want, like here, for example. But you want to keep this exact position. You can, here in animation tab, you find these constraints, and you can, there's all these constraints, and you can parent him to the actor. It kind of gets messy. You see that there is a line, he's animating, he's compensating the orientation of the actor, but he keeps the same place. But you have to be sure that the timeline where you do this is where he starts the connection.
Dang. Okay.
So,
it sounds like the middle option is probably the best, where like you attach it in the sequencer, but you don't place it yet, and you reset the position so that it's
Yeah. You see, you have it. Actually, the constraint is very good for making a character, for example, picking up something.
Yeah.
Let's say that he gets this phone, right? And the phone is not parent to his hand in the other animation. So if you attach it at some point, you can, but as soon as you attach it, the phone will go to the other dimension.
Yeah.
The attach keeps the same way, so you can just when the animation is holding the phone, you make this this that I made to attach it, so it compensates the position. And then we don't want this again. You can just click here, and you see it just lost the connection. So, but it keeps the same position. But in the middle here, it is rotating it.
Yeah.
But if you go at the end, you won't rotate anymore because the connection was missed. But you can delete his one, and you can drag this to the beginning, and it will be oriented the whole sequence. You just need to make sure. Sometimes I have to change the length of the sequence, and I forget to change the length of the connection. So all of a sudden, everything just get broken, and I have to check each connection, stuff like that, and stretch it to match the level sequence.
I see.
But yeah, now I can animate this guy here. I just add the transformation, and I will make it linear so it won't accelerate anything, and just make a small movement. Just linear as well. Yeah, now we'll be rotating accordingly. It will be much easier this way. Maybe we can animate all the objects like this, not with particles. Of course, you have to make sure that things are not overlapping each other, but yeah, we can continually placing stuff, maybe. Yeah, I always forget. I try to drag to duplicate the object, but with animation tab applied, it doesn't happen.
I see.
Do this all the time. Maybe this guy is a little shape.
Yeah.
Different. Ooh, spooky.
We slow it down by like half.
Sure. Yeah, but now we only need to slow down the center.
Yeah.
So. And of course, we can animate the rotation meanwhile as well.
Yeah.
And also, I was thinking, yeah, maybe this kind of stuff has to be super slow.
Yeah, I think so.
And maybe making the character moving faster.
Yes.
Otherwise,
yeah. The objects seem more important than the character.
Yeah, might be distracting.
Yeah.
Looking all of this moving, all this big stuff moving the foreground. But we can make it more clear in the middle, so we can read the character more. And
yeah, get them like oriented. I had them like upside down, so their head, it looked like they were like diving in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually looking at the storyboard, and it's like upside down actually.
Yeah, sure. His position here should be, because you mentioned you gave me a very good idea of when he started to be dragged, he started rotating it. So maybe in previous shot, in this previous shot, we can already see him rotating it.
Yeah.
So his back will be facing the pit.
Yeah.
And we cut to this one. Okay, let's make another pose here. Rotating like here. Yes. And where is the animation? I don't remember where I animate. Okay, the root was here. And maybe moving further away. Yeah, maybe these elements should be even slower. I think we will call too much attention.
They should basically be like super slow-mo.
Yeah. Easier this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also can
And then a
place...
little rotation on those. It'd be cool to add also, instead of just rotating the we add upward as well. So just a little bit of upwards, you know?
Yeah.
It's like spiraling
cool.
up.
Yeah. And we will just make this happening here. The transformation of this main guy. The Z-axis. Okay, just add another keyframe. Too fast.
Oh, that looks sick.
Yeah, maybe it is a little too fast.
Agreed.
Going up because it doesn't look like a spiral anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
And now you can see it going wrong. Yeah, this have to go. It's a super back and forth.
Yeah. No, I think that's
yeah.
plenty for the animatic.
Let's see the whole shot. Well, I will just we are now under 30 seconds.
We can go to 45 max. I try and keep the intros
Sure.
no longer than 45 seconds for the top 100s.
Mm-hmm. And also you mentioned that you have to show the titles as well, right? So it is good having long shots.
Yeah, yeah. I could see this, being like...
Yeah, and this guy should be more here.
Yeah. We also don't have to like... perfectly match. Well, it would be nice. Okay, so it would be nice to match the template, kind of like how I did in Moving Meditations, where like the camera dollied in and it went to the character standing there, and then it cut and it was like the same thing. I'm wondering like if we could make it more subtle or something, you know, like less of a move or something. I don't know.
Less horizontal movements, you mean?
Yeah, like covering less ground or something. But I don't think we need to worry about that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
For the shot where it comes out, the profile shot, the wide profile shot, where you see the first time you see the hole, can we add a couple of those cubes like coming up and floating? Just adding some more floating elements here.
Okay. I'll just create new one.
I'm getting some questions in the chat here. So you said NJ King about the foreground shelf. Does it have to have a curved shape or can it be straight? I mean, as long as you keep the visual weight of it. I think it can be either. Look at Infinite Journeys again. And look how people took that window and they made that window their unique window shape. Right? See what else? Darton Beck. Thanks for this. This first timer is really inspired. Yes. My skills have already been improving loads just since you started to work on the challenge. That's what's up. Yeah, man. It's all about just taking a little challenge for yourself and you learn your programs as you use it. Like right now, I'm learning Ableton, and last night I was like Googling the most basic stuff, like how do I automate a filter, you know, or why is it time stretching my clips? I don't want it to do that. So, you know, you just work as you go, and you'll add a little more tools to the tool belt each time you work. So it's fun. I get it. I was there with you last night learning new stuff, man. It's fun. And even here on the stream too, learning lots of cool stuff about like how to attach things and like how to add the like overlay, the grid overlay on the cameras and stuff. It's fun.
I will try to position here this guy here just using the curve tool. I was maybe too big. Yeah, I was thinking maybe adding something on the foreground.
Totally.
And maybe coming up later. Wow, too fast. Yeah, of course we can set up the timing, the speed of all these things later after animate, and of course a lot of stuff changes during the process.
Yeah.
Sometimes things that seems to be working won't work anymore. We will probably rethink some shots.
Yep.
in the middle.
Yep.
And yeah, it happens all the time.
I think it's important to stay loose and open
Sure.
to ideas that may come. You know, we don't want to be so rigid that we overlook some cool idea that could make it even better, you know.
Yeah. And also what's happening? Yeah, I just mess up bad animation. Well, one thing also is after you having more elements, you start having new ideas throughout the process. I try to remember an example.
You're talking about the spear.
I'm sorry?
The boss fight.
Oh yeah, the spear. I envisioned that huge creature attacking the hero, and actually it was my wife's idea of why doesn't she strikes back, and I kept thinking about this. Yeah, this makes total sense, striking back, but I animated the spear. I was animating the spear, and I think it was last week someone asked me about this. Why did I came with the idea of making the speed direction curving? Yeah, and it was very simple because when I was straight to the boss eye, wasn't too boring, wasn't looking interesting enough. And since the boss and the hero is aligned in the same angle, of course, when you throw something, it makes a curve. But since it is aligned to the camera, you won't see this curve. So I kind of bend the rules of gravity, physics, stuff like that, so we can make this this curve effect. And everything it is animated, it makes arc, right? When you animate everything, you should be aware with the arcs of the animation. And this is not different. And yeah, this came out later because I was looking at the animation for 2 weeks almost and wasn't working. I didn't know why. And you kept playing, thinking, oh, well, maybe I will refresh my eyes a little bit and try to do other stuff. And when you go back, you just have the idea. And this happens with a bunch of different stuff, like the environment, for example, the size of stuff, the camera angle. Maybe that there is an angle that we emphasize more the action, framing, stuff like that. And yeah, this is all part of the process.
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow, Soto's fast. I didn't realize he was playing the animation.
Hey, that was me, baby. Soto's good.
Awesome.
Soto's the best. You know, we all know Soto's the best, but you know, I can pull up some clips.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Where are we right now? Yeah, I guess adding some of these little floating objects to this scene. Cool. Maybe do we want to add one to like closer to where the character is? To match kind of like some of the objects that we saw in the previous shot or something.
Sure.
And thanks everybody for sticking in on the stream and joining us.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are working on your art. It's fun. It's very fun. It's always better with a friend, you know. That's another reason why I wanted to work with you, Fabricio, is because
yeah, that's awesome.
You know, since it's just me in my room, you know. Like, thank God.
Yeah.
For the admins and the mods on the Discord server, you know, they're definitely my team, you know. But I hadn't made art with another artist in a long time, I feel like.
Yeah, it is really good. Sometimes I make some things like that with my friends, my teammates.
Yeah.
But what usually happens, we are so stressed with usually daily work, and when we have some time, well, maybe we start thinking together. We just wanna cool down and rest a little bit.
Yeah.
So it is difficult making personal projects. I totally understand that. But everybody still works so much, works so hard all day long, maybe weekends and after hours. And the last thing you want to do is continue in your computer doing. But having something that you really like, and of course, Clinton, it is one of the things that helps me so much, because you involved also as excited as me with this project helps so much, because I probably wouldn't make this kind of animation at some point if I feel overwhelmed with other projects. So
yeah,
this is very motivating for me.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. Like, it's been a minute since I storyboarded something and like got really excited about, you know, a very specific piece of art, and especially visual art too, because like I've been since the Pompeii video last year, I felt like I wasn't really growing. I wasn't really I wasn't being challenged in the way that I wanted to with visual art, which is why I got so into music the end of last year and stuff. And I'm glad that I'm finding the interest again with the visual side and the challenge and the excitement through this. So I think it's super cool. Yes, this shot right here. So yeah, we're missing something like in the beginning of the animation that establishes who the character is and like where they are. So definitely a shot like this. I also like the shot you had where the character came into focus too. Like you see them and they they walk up, and like I thought that was cool too.
Oh, this one here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, coming into focus. It's like
maybe
this.
Maybe this being the first shot instead of the very close up, or actually we can make the camera closed, finish up closer than this one. Like, let me do it. See.
Jim Rice with the super chat. What's up? What's up? All right, yeah, I could use a little sit up, stand up, sit down, stand up. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. You're asking, is there somewhere in where you can find my music at? Right now, the only place you can find the music at is at the intro of this stream. I have a SoundCloud as well, but I don't really like. That's like older stuff. There's not really a place for it. I'm this close to locking like a name. I think I found a name that I really like for music side of life, and I'm gonna start another channel very soon. I'm feeling it. I already have like 7 videos of like songs and jams. They're all uploaded to this channel as unlisted. Um, but you know what? I'll drop one in the chat for you guys. Let me give you guys a little something. Well, let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. What kind of music I should drop in here from the songs I've made? Let's do we'll do a poll. What song should I share? Let's do Dark Ambient from Chasm's Call. We'll do peaceful rainy ambient music, or we'll do like I don't even know how you would define this, like it's not dance music, it's how would you even describe this? I don't know. Atmospheric game music question mark? I don't know. Atmospheric dance music. Sure. You guys let me know. And I'll drop one of my unlisted videos for you guys in here. Shock Run, can you change the squeeze factor in Unreal? I don't even know what that is. As long as it matches the template, and as long as you export at the right resolution, then yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the squeeze factor, you just basically you extend
How'd you do that so quick? Hold on. How'd you do that so quick?
Well, you have it is a camera setting. You select here screen squeeze factor.
Yeah.
And it also, if you have a cinematic view, a viewport enabled, it just show here. But of course, you have to compensate the sensor height, or if there is a crop option here as well. If it is 239, the aspect ratio, it just cropped. And the good thing about this is that is where you get that anamorphic bokeh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is fun. I was thinking in maybe messing with the squeeze factor for this animation.
Yeah, I mean, anamorphic is always, I think it looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw a video that there will be a new feature in the next Unreal that they make the warping, like I think it is Halo effect. I don't remember the name, but it has that anamorphic bokeh warped around the edges of the camera. I always want to mimic something like that. Did you play Hellblade 2?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, well, they made this effect, and I was just scratching my head how they did this. I have no idea, and it is a very nice effect.
That's cool. I love it, man. I love all the support from Unreal side of things.
Yeah.
All right, I'll drop the Chasm's Call song in here. Let's see. All right, there you guys go. Let's see, Chasm's Call, live jam. I don't even know what this. What do you even call this? Boom, mystery link. Enjoy. All right, yeah, we got a little character intro.
Yeah, I'm not sure about if this shot will work with the next one. No. Maybe if we do like this, a very close up of his eye instead of showing his face again.
I think you can just
But,
combine it. I think you just combine those two shots that you have. The first two.
And just make the camera keep going until. Oh, okay. I think I got it. Yeah.
And we could have like the cold breath, like you were talking about the breath, you know, as being able to see that kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe we can continue going. Oh. Yeah, now it will get tricky because I'm messing with the focal length and also have a very shallow depth of field. So I'm not sure if I should move in the camera or just zoom in. What do you think?
I think the character can come up to frame.
Yeah, but should we? Does he should stop very close, like just framing his eye, or he stopped before and the camera keeps get closing to him until frames only his eye, or should we leave it this way?
Let's see, if we were doing it for real, it could come up to frame pretty close, like a close-up, and then it'd probably be a slow zoom on the eyes.
I will extend this a little bit. So yeah, so I will, maybe the camera can be start, because right now everything out of focus. If I'm zooming in, I'm not sure if it will work, but okay, we'll animate this. Try again here, and I also have to rotate the camera. Frame his eye, and also animate the camera target. I mean, the focus distance.
Yeah.
What is the focus distance here? So his stops here, it should be in frame. Oh, since I'm zooming in, doesn't need to animate this. Maybe starting zoom later. Wow, no. Too freaking fast. Yeah, it would be like a comedy movie if you zoom this fast.
Yeah. Or a kung fu movie.
Yeah. Maybe a little too fast. A little fast. Maybe I start zooming. Oh yeah, of course it's fast. I didn't move the keyframes. Yeah, probably need some refinement.
Yeah, I'm also trying to think how, like...
It'd be much easier when the character has a face, right?
Oh, of course.
Which would be much easier to frame.
Don't look like a Power Ranger. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our sequence look like right now? What do we got?
Narrow this down a little bit. Save it. Sometimes it's good to save it. And it's so weird he's moving in slow motion.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Oh, maybe at this shot, because might look a little weird. You see that he's very far away from the edge.
Yeah.
And here he's inside again.
Yeah.
But I think if you can move here a little to the front and more to the bottom. Yeah, it's these frames again. Actually, it doesn't make any difference. Just realize that because I move him away from the edge. Oh, you see the issue that I mentioned about the camera. So annoying. So yeah, now he's where he is here.
Soggy Sock, man.
Like here.
We are making an animatic for an intro title sequence that Fabricio and I are going to be working on together for Chasm's Call Top 100 montage. And we're taking storyboards and converting them to animatics and Unreal Engine. Yeah, that's nice, Fabricio. That's nice. Like that.
And also, if we make it quotes like this reference here, like a very vivid orange or yellow or something that pops, will help read this character far away.
Yeah, agreed. Last thing, I think we're basically there. Do we want to just have a shot for the clothes at the end? The final one for the outro, for the title cards.
Yeah, that would be super funny. Maybe we can...
we can also use the storyboard too.
Yeah, maybe we can make a camera that... Oh man, this bug is so annoying. Very out of focus edge of the chasm, like angled like this.
Yeah.
Maybe, and you see the clothes going here. Maybe you can see others as well in the back, right? Not just one or.
Yeah. So here I'll show you the storyboard. Again. Where is it? A sec. Can I close it? So yeah, I think seeing the others in the back, like down here.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
Like
I didn't notice.
Goes all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we will put Marvelous to work.
Yeah.
That's
and then
really cool.
I think once we do this, then if you export out that animatic, what I'll do is I'll bring it into DaVinci and I'll start playing with the timing and we'll get our like kind of final pacing.
Okay.
The animatic, which will then allow us to move on throughout the week. And hopefully by the time we come back here next week, I know we still need to figure out if we're going to be doing a joint stream together or if it's just myself. We'll figure that out. But when we come back here, hopefully we'll have we'll be well on our way into building out the scene, the environments. I think you'll probably what are you excited about? Are you going to go to character and animation first? I can do environments.
Well, I'm definitely going to character first because it helps to frame the shots.
Yeah.
And I really love characters as well. I love environment as well. Yeah, all these production steps excites me. And using MetaHuman because I won't need to rig anything. It is even more exciting because I really hate rigging.
Yeah, me too. Man.
Yeah, but making the character, working with character, and also framing it. Yeah, I think it's because we still have some work to do with the blockouts, the camera, stuff like that. But the character can be made in parallel, so it doesn't depend in any shot. Of course, having an idea of the shots, I can start placing the character in the specific shots to see how it looks. Sometimes I have to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
Can I show the blocking that I sent you? The head?
Yeah.
I have it right here.
It looks great. So you sculpted this yourself, like from a sphere?
Yeah.
Or is this a face default?
It was from a scan. I have a lower res scan.
Yeah.
And I kept deforming it to make it better, and I cleaned up the geometry so I can add a little more details. I didn't want to go to the pores or wrinkles, stuff like that, because afterwards I have to translate to MetaHuman, so everything will be lost anyway.
Yeah.
But baking, I will bake again these details on the MetaHuman to bring more details to it.
Cool.
But of course, you can start from scratch from a sphere. It is a very nice exercise, but since I want to be practical here, don't want to spend too much time making the character, I just went for a head scan.
Cool. Yeah, I love it. I think it's
And
perfect.
for the people who doesn't know, we were inspired by one of the Love, Death and Robots episodes, Bad Traveling, and we want to go to a more realistic slash stylized look.
Yeah, like kind of cartoony, but it's photoreal. Like you were saying, photoreal Homer Simpson or photoreal Mario.
Yeah, because the textures helps to sell the idea of realism. But I think it is more interesting, right? We can force a little bit some stuff since we are dealing with supernatural stuff. It might be a good fit having a stylish character with real clothes.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's fun. I've never done anything.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's super fun. I was so much looking forward to do something like that.
So, do you want to export your timeline, and then I'll work on timing while you work on that last shot?
Sure. Yeah, I will. Do you want me to send you a image sequence?
No, you could just send an MP4, the video file.
Okay.
If that's easier.
I don't know actually. I don't know how to export an MP4 from Unreal.
Oh, just do a JPEG sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, what is the faster way to do this? Because I was thinking using the movie render queue.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, JPEG.
1080.
Okay.
1920 by 810.
Actually, yeah, it is. Okay. Good reminder for the specifications of the challenge, right?
Oh man, I got these numbers memorized.
Okay, so I will. Leave this folder here. I'm sorry, 1920 for 8010, right? 810.
1920 by 810, yeah.
Okay. All right. Accept. I'm rendering the whole sequence at once, right? I'm not rendering the separate cuts.
Correct.
Or do you prefer the separate?
No. I'll chop it up myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warming up.
Yes.
Hope it doesn't crash.
Fabricio, do you wanna? I need a 2-minute break. Do you want to take a quick 2-minute break?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Chat, we'll see you
Awesome.
guys. We'll see you in like 2 minutes or so. Catch you guys in a sec. Yeah, see you soon, Fabricio. up, everybody? What up? Welcome back. We're gonna finish out this animatic here and get like a locked animatic for us to start working on our stuff this week. Before we hop back in, I want to mention one thing. We do have a stream exclusive 25% off from Kitbash 3D. I'm gonna drop a link here in the chat. I believe it's 25% off anything using the code Chasm25. Let me drop that for you guys there. And that's gonna be the first 50 people who want to grab that 25% off code. That's all yours. First 50 people. Boom, then it runs out. Good luck. Happy creating. I know that stuff will come in handy for those of you who are trying to get some Kitbash stuff anyway. Hopefully it helps you guys out. But yeah, y'all. Let's get back to it. Let's wrap it out. Fabricio. Yo.
Hey. Well,
good?
I'm sure. Yeah, I would feel better if I would be able to render this guy here. The render is not starting it, and I just remember that I don't have anymore my software that I screen capture. I was thinking, can you screen capture my screen from your side or Soto?
Yeah.
I just trying to find a quick solution for that.
Yes. Let me do this real quick.
Because I can full screen here.
Yeah. Soto, do you have? Oh no, you're in OBS. Hold on. Let me try this. I'm also good. I can handle it on my side too. If you hide us, I can screen cap real quick. Yeah. Yo. What? Trying to. There we go. Just doing this quick screen cap, guys. The quick and dirty way. All right.
Yeah. All the sake of speed and efficiency.
That is full screen as it gets. There we go. All right.
Can I play?
Wait, hold on. Recording path. Gotta set my recording path. Done. Oh, it's already done. Here it comes. Desktop.
Can I go?
No.
Okay.
Go.
I locked in 24 as well.
Perfect. I'm screen capping in 30. Hey, I love the rules are still there too.
Yeah.
Real dirty.
It'd be nice for the subtitles as well, right? The name of the.
It's funny.
Yeah. Finish.
Okay. All right. I'll stop recording. You can bring us back, Soto. Artenbeck, you are on it, my friend. Today. That's right. Don't forget to like this stream, y'all. It's crazy that we've been doing these challenges for 10 years. No. 5 years. A long time. Like, you become a different person after 5 years, I feel like. And like how far we've come to, because Sotomonte, you submitted, you were in the first montage ever, and visual one, top 5 in the first montage, and then it's taken off, man. We've had met so many cool people from them, like all of the mods on the server, like visual and Sotomonte, of course. And then we had MDK and Deerin, if everyone remembers Deerin. We had Deerin here, Deerin Winkle. And then Bad Cop came in, and Sypo, all the other people, man, from the challenges. It's super cool. A long way indeed. Speaking of Bad Cop, we got him up in here. Oh yeah, this is so dumb. So when we went and filmed the announcement video for this thing, I had the first line was wrong. I was like, it's been 4 years since we've embarked on this journey together, and I like the way we filmed the intro, or the way we filmed the announcement videos. Like, we went to all these different locations, and we basically delivered the script every time in every location. It's like a music video, right? So we can just chop anywhere we want to edit the location to. So I said in every take, I was like, it's been 4 years since we started. And Connor was like, has it? Because Connor was there, he helped run sound, and he was like, hasn't it been 5 years? And I was like, no, it's been 4. And I was like, because I was moving too fast, and I was like thinking of too many things. I should have just listened to Connor. So I had to like overdub it. I had to say, I had to like record a little VO line. That's why it doesn't cut to my face on the first line in the video. It's because we didn't have it. We didn't have the footage. So silly.
How are you going there, Clinton, with the montage?
Good. Yeah, these shots are really cool.
I came up with something here for the end shot.
Yeah.
Of course, we can add way more
I love it, man.
things floating around, but nice having the depth, right? Almost showing
It's endless.
the bottom of the pit, yeah.
Yeah.
And you see very, very small things on the very further away moving as well.
I think it's wonderful. Yeah, that's perfect.
I was thinking if we would work having some light on the very bottom, not that huge amount of light that I was blocking before, but a very subtle one.
Yeah.
Not to be pitch black under right inside. Yeah, we can try that.
Absolutely.
I love the reference you showed about which one was that? If I show these textures here.
Oh yeah.
You have a pack of concrete textures, right?
Yeah.
Similar to this one.
Yeah.
That suits perfectly. And we could make very big pipes as well,
Yes.
going up and down.
Yes, I love the idea of like things
Structures
coming from the foreground into the depths. So it's like you can kind of see how big it really all is.
Yeah. Yeah, because looking at this picture, I wouldn't realize how big it is if it wasn't because of the truck and the guy here.
Yeah.
I would think that was a fraction of this size.
Yeah. If you're in Japan, you can go visit that place in Saitama, the flood prevention system, if they do tours.
Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned that.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm in a place. I think the ultimate move is to actually do it with the titles, which I won't do here on the stream, but I think I'm gonna actually edit it with the titles so we can see what it looks and feels like ultimately, you know, and then that'll give us our final kind of look here. I'm wondering if for the first shot, if there's something more, maybe like a wide shot perhaps, because I want to be able to show, like, I think it all comes down to the titles. It all comes down to the titles and what frames kind of hold those titles the best. So I'll have a better sense.
Yeah, that's
like once I have that, but it's basically I just slowed down some shots. A little bit. But it's basically the same
would be
thing.
very nice. This shot would be great, I think.
Yep. Basically. And it'd be nice to show the whole thing here. But I'm worried that the giant camera move is like moving too fast. Because like the pacing of all of this is like very slow.
Yeah. We can extend. Actually, maybe for the last shot, won't be a bad idea of having the camera a little faster to cover more space, because it is the final stuff. It is the how do you name that? The apex, the climax.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe it will be more dramatic if the camera kind of moves a little faster than it is right now, and when it closes, the guy is sucked to the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can try. I can try that.
Can you send the last shot by chance?
Yeah. Can we go the dirty way?
Yeah, let's get dirty. Let's see.
Let me know when I play it.
Hold on. We got Rococo in the house. What up? Is that Sam? Is that you? Is that you, Sam? Who's that? Who's that behind the Rococo account? Who's in there? Regardless, good to see you guys. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Fabricio, I'm on your display. And Soto, if you want to hide us really quick. one more. One more of the little boxes. All right, we're good. Go for it. Yeah, perfect. Got it. Oh, it is Sam. Man himself.
Hi, Sam.
What up, Sam? Are you gonna do a little thing for this one, Sam? What do you think? All right. So yeah, doing this this shot as like the end card, you know, it's like what happened to him. I kind of like that. Okay. Yeah, and like this shot could be 20 seconds. Nice and slow. Yeah, that's cool. Then right now we're at 36 seconds, man. We're at a good place, I think, with the
Awesome.
intro. Yeah. I'll build this out with titles to get the final vibe a little bit later. And I think that will give us our answer of everything. But yeah, this is definitely end card here of the clothes floating. Very fun. All right. I think that's it. I mean, Fabrizio, do we want to add anything else? Did we want to talk about anything else before we called it here? How do we feel about the animatic right now? Like, what do we want to add or change or do? Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure with the first shot yet,
Yeah.
but all the rest, I think it is more focused in the bit, and I think it is more. It suits more with the whole idea of this challenge and for the intro, because I was keep thinking about this when I was making my version of the animatic. That would be a bunch of nothing happening. So I was thinking about the shots, about the environment, but I thought that would be a nice spacing for an intro, but might not be the most interesting video. So I think making it focus in the bit, as is suggested in the storyboard, I think it is much better, much better. And also, it keeps that thing that I try to implement that in my version with something supernatural happening in the middle of the animation, not just revealing in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But this way, just in the beginning, just in the second shot, you already see it, like things floating on the foreground, stuff like that. Very subtle things,
Yeah.
very small things. I really enjoy the thing of the how do you name it? The tag, the military tag, right?
Yeah, the dog tag. Yeah.
Yeah, doctor. Yes, because it suits with your idea of military stuff around.
Yeah, like it's a research base or something, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like under high security. thing.
Yeah.
You know what we could do for the first shot? Because like we want to introduce our character, right?
Yeah.
And maybe for the first shot, it's something where it's like, that one that you had where they were like going underneath the fence, you know?
Hmm.
Like maybe that's a shot that we could use to show our environment and the character. Because I love the idea of like the forest transforming, or not transforming, but the forest turning into the facility. And like,
There's a tail behind you. There was just a tail came out. The timing was perfect.
little Gooby. Hey, Gooby. He doesn't even know. He has no idea we're live streaming.
Mm.
Aww. But yeah, maybe there's a shot where it's like the character is revealed along with the environment. For the first shot or something. Cause like
Can you still are you still seeing my screen?
yes, you know.
Let me go back to that shot because I thought it would be a little weird having this shot as a first shot because it is already revealing stuff. But maybe if we start behind a debris like this,
oh yeah,
and just moving very slowly, and you reveal the character getting out, actually getting in, right?
Yep.
And then we cut with him approaching to the pit.
Yeah, I think like maybe it's a shot of like how would I even describe this? Like it's a low angle. If the camera was on the ground looking up at me, and it's like I kind of like stepped over and I was looking down over the camera, and then you cut to the shot of the feet and like going up or something, you know?
Yeah, we can try that.
And then also there was the shot here. Let me show my display. This one? Like, it's just misty forest line, trees, and we see like towers that are like fallen inwards, going in, down into something, and we see some birds flying out of it or something, and it's all foggy. Like, maybe that could be an intro shot or something, you know? So it's like, deep in the forest, there's this thing, and like, I'm showing where it is, maybe. Yeah.
I would just a second. I will release my dog here. Just
yeah.
See. Sorry for that. Yeah, this shot I think would be great, and also, yeah, the towers you would. But I just thinking if we have enough connection for this shot and the next one, because if we have this wide shot showing the environment and then showing his close up, we might not connect to each other.
Yeah, I don't think so.
we can also put this one there first, and then you see that maybe you can see the fence, like maybe you can see a part of a little chunk of the trees opened a path, and you can see the fence.
Yeah.
And cut to the shot that the guy is coming in.
Yeah. Totally. I can see it. Because I think the first shot, titles wise, I'm thinking titles, right?
Yeah.
What kind of visual contrast would hold the titles best? Or sorry, that was a confusing way to say that. Also, what am I doing? Hold on. Doing too many things at once. So this is always the first title, right? And this over a dude coming to the foreground looking at your, like, with the eyes in close up, I don't think that'll work. It'll be too much.
Yeah.
But something like over, like something with a lot of space to hold the title, you know? And then we have this one, and you know what? I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in our Miro because I think this is a part of it, being able to consider what the titles are.
How long do you think it is enough for the first shot? You mean for this text to be readable and be clear? How long are this one, for example? For the first title?
I'll find out in a second here. It's like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but 10 seconds showing all titles. I mean the first one. Maybe 5?
Maybe. It's hard to say without putting them into the animatic. Because I don't want it to feel rushed, you know?
Sure, yeah.
That's the one thing is like...
Yeah, I'm saying that because maybe 10 seconds long might be a little too long for a one shot for the first one.
I agree.
5 seconds usually are good for text. Maybe if we add this first one, we can test this, of course. Like 5 seconds long, the first shot, the wide framing shot.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the guy entering the facility, and can be super fast. I think if it is 2 to 3 second stops, cut will be enough to tell the story. And you can use the other long shots to show the rest of the text of the titles.
Yeah.
These shots of him coming in is just to make the connection between the shots.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, so it's like the stats and like what the challenge is.
Yeah.
And then it's like the following renders are the top 100. Yeah, the following. And then it's titles. So it's usually music, and like sometimes I'll put my like my thing there, but that'll be us. So it'll be music, and then it'll be like intro titles by us or something like that. And that's really it. Describe what it is, who's doing the music, and then we would have a little card, and then that would be it essentially.
Do you want to capture this shot of the guy coming in so we can make the cut?
Yeah, let's let me get set up for that.
Let me see if it's playing. Oh, yeah, I just messed with the camera movement. Try to. Oh, it's working.
All right. So can we hide our faces in the UI? And then I'm ready to record, yeah?
Going to the dirty mode again.
Dirty dirt.
Dirty mode. Dirty.
Rolling.
Can I play?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to try the fake move, the dolly move that you had?
Okay. You mean starting behind the debris?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see how to do this here. Maybe a bit closer. Sorry.
Good.
A little fast, right?
Yeah, that looks good. I can slow it down too. Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. At the beginning, so you can play it. I mean, you recorded it.
Yeah, I was rolling.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Got it.
The fastest render ever.
Oh wait, one more time. Oh no, I got it. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Because this way, kind of looks like a review.
Yeah, I like it. I think
And
it kind of.
I also like the idea of not showing the character right off the bat.
Yeah, you start to get a sense of the world before it's just, you get spoon-fed the information like bite by bite as opposed to everything at once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
So you have a bunch of Rococo and a bunch of marvelous designs in this animation.
Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Let's make the sponsors proud.
We'll get some kit bash for sure in here.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not gonna do the titles on stream. That's gonna just be a lot of nothing for a stream. But that's my next step, is doing it with the titles. And then I think if we can get an animatic with the titles, then that feels right and it feels solid, then I think that'll be it for us.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm good to call it here.
Amazing.
I think we got a lot of good stuff. And I love how fast it is too, man. It was really cool to see how easy it is to just build these animatics in Unreal. I'm excited to use it for future projects as well.
Yeah. Well, this stage should be. I'm sorry. Let me hide this.
Oh, we're on us. Yeah, no more screens.
Okay. Yeah, because I was popping messages all over. Yeah, for this stage, I think the best practice is not spending too much time refining stuff, being the roughest you might need. And one thing that I think is great in Unreal is the possibility to edit, to make the cuts inside Unreal. You don't need to render everything and edit outside. Of course, it is a personal choice, but since it is available inside Unreal, I prefer to do it this way because I think it is a little faster doing this. Of course, when it renders, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't need to screen capture everything, but yeah, it was a small hiccup. It happens. No way to avoid all the issues. But yeah, when I block out, I like to be the most practical possible, using the most simple geometries, the minimum to give me the idea, the sense of scale of stuff, the timing.
Yeah.
I think the framing, the composition is very important at this point. In the very beginning, it is very nice. It's something I think all the time about that's why I keep turning on the grid for the camera. I watch at it all the time. If it is centered, if I'm using the 3/4 point.
Yeah.
It is. I think it is what makes the difference. And some people ask me what should learn first when starting learning 3D, and I say that it's very nice to have an idea of the principles, the foundation, like photography, composition, cinematography, lighting. It is very nice because learning the tool sometimes takes longer. It varies a lot for each people, but technical stuff you can get everywhere nowadays, and YouTube courses, stuff like that. But the foundation is a little more tricky to get. Needs some sensibility and some patience, but makes the whole difference when you tackle this kind of stuff. I saw people doing 3D, amazing renders, but sometimes the composition is off,
Yeah.
and kind of it helps. I mean, if you have a good composition, your render can look 200, 300% better.
Agreed.
Uh,
Yeah, I think bad comp can ruin it. And yeah, I you know, it's interesting that you're talking about this and like talking about ways, you know, it's good to have technical skill, but knowing the basics, I think is super important. And to learn those, like a couple books come to mind, and I want to share them with some people in case people do want to invest a little bit more time in those basics. So there's two here on actual shots. Let's see, master shots. This right here. So this basically will go through, called master shots, and you can open it up. It's organized in like all the different genres, like action, eyeline change, the car scenes, horror, directing attention, dialogue scenes, love scenes, argument and conflict, dramatic shift, entrances and exits, suspense, searching and creeping, revelations, discoveries, like, and it shows examples like 3D blockouts of the shots and examples from movies you may have seen, and kind of gives you a description of like, you know, what that is and how it looks. And it gives you like the overview, and it shows you car scenes, right? So this stuff is really good. I found this at Rocket Jump when I was there.
Yeah.
One of the guys.
There was one picture that you showed that caught my eye. It is 3 people, a little upper angle,
Yeah.
and a very long shadow projection.
Oh, sick.
And yeah, the shadow helps the composition as well. And this was one of the things I think it is very practical in Unreal, because you can think in your shot and also think about the lighting, the main one. I couldn't see the page, but
yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find it.
It is there. But yeah, it is a very good example that how can real-time render can help you thinking about this other stuff as well, because yeah, all in real time, right? You can cut it, you can edit it, you can animate it, and of course that's one of the reasons I don't spend too much time animating anything here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to establish the shot, and maybe if it is important, the key lighting the earliest possible.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super amped.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can already see this will turn out really great.
So next week, where do we want to be next week? Like, what do you think the plan should be for this next week?
Have this finished?
Yeah, be done.
Yeah, let's finish this in 1 week. Well, I would like to work with the character, so hopefully for next week I will have the character already, at least the meta-human setup and some blocking of the clothes.
Cool.
So we can start making. You can put his in the animation as soon as possible, so we can start evaluating the weight of the environment with him. We can start playing with set dressing as well, since if you are happy with these angles after you edit everything with titles UL, the animatic is locked. We can start playing with the environment.
Perfect.
And I think in a week it is possible to make this, and or maybe we can start playing with animation. I mean, having the Animatic locked, we could record the mockups this week and I would start assembling the scenes.
Yeah, okay. I think you focusing on character and animation is perfect, because those are two areas that I'm not really comfortable in. And I can do any mocap that you need. We obviously both have suits, so let me know. Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, sure.
I can help you with some mocap and stuff. But I think I can focus on building. I'm gonna lock the animatic with the titles, and then I can start focusing on building the environments, because I think that's where my not specialty, but it's what I'm best at. It's what I know and I'm most comfortable with, is building the environment. So I can get those kind of like set up and everything. So that maybe by the end of next week we have some rough animations in some rough environments.
Yeah, I can start playing with I can start recording some scenes here at my side.
Cool.
For example, the guy coming in defense, if this shot goes to the final cut.
Sure.
Maybe testing the guy floating as well. I can test that of him, like making this kind of movements and editing, so it can give the idea we want. Yeah. The good thing is here, because the way it is right now, we don't need to worry too much with animation.
Cool.
Because he will be at the same place basically more than half of the animation. So
yeah,
then I think the animation will come really fast.
Yeah, because it's just kind of like
a week.
He poses, like him floating is very static. It's basically static, and like the feet.
Yeah, I think that what I would need most would be when the character approaches the camera, that needs a very good acting skills that I don't have.
Like this,
we'll be very happy.
To be like the over dramatic everything. It's be like, you know, it's gotta just be like the video.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I'm super amped as well, and yeah, let's do this.
Sick, man. All right, I think we'll call it there. Thanks
Awesome.
Fabricio for joining us on stream. I'm super excited for this.
This was super fun.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for the great time.
Cool. Hey, thank you everybody out there for joining the stream. You guys are awesome. Sam, good to see you in the chat. Everybody, I really appreciate your excitement, and it's getting everyone excited. So keep it up, guys. Keep helping the community. Thanks to all the admins here in chat, helping answer questions. Sensei Steve, if you're still in here, much appreciated. And I think we're gonna call it. And thanks to Soto for stream production. Good stuff, man. Running it behind the scenes. Later, guys. See you, Fabricio.
Bye, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.